graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Humanity, look how far you've fallen. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and a big good morning to Purple Valkyrie and Samantha Joe. The Valkyries are here. Dave Bob says more cowbell, Dave Bob. How are you doing, brother? Darth Pastor, YTL, good morning. Project Storytime. I hope you had a great birthday yesterday, brother. Great birthday. Speaker for the Dead. Hail, brother. How are you doing? Colin P. Smith, Gun Bunny, Sit Room, Mary's Game Room. Good morning, Mary. How are you doing? How are you guys doing this morning? I hope each and every one of you are having a great morning this morning. I wanted to talk a little bit before I get going this morning. We talk about this crazy ass Christopher Nolan and Steve McQueen thing. I wanted to talk a little bit about the show last night. And good morning, Snowed Up Music and Entertainment. Good morning, brother. Good morning, Butterflies. Hello, Fat Steven. How are you doing, brother? Fat Steven had just a wonderful presentation last night, guys. And that was after some crazy and insane stuff we went over in the first part of the show. First 45 minutes of the show were crazy. They were insane. And then we dug into WandaVision hardcore. I mean, deep dive into what is going on with WandaVision. And I felt like last night, I felt like the first half of the show did not do the second half of the show justice. I think that we were a little out of control the first half of the show. It was really out of control. It was chaotic. And guys, I had this plan. Me and Mexican Iron Man had this plan at the beginning of what would become Tuesday nights with 24/7 and with Clobbering Times and with Steven and Eris. We had this idea that it was going to be kind of like the beginnings of the UFC. You know, you throw a microphone in the ring, you say, let's get it on, and it's a dog-eat-dog world. that was the whole idea. I want to sit down at and I'm not taking anything away from Loriana Creo here, but the idea was I want to sit down on the lunch table with a bunch of my friends like I used to do back in the day in junior high school and talk about comics, in that fast-paced argument. Throw the facts out. No, this is who would win this fight, and this is how this would happen. And it was like if you can get the word in, then you've accomplished something. And I never wanted that to be just so vulgar that people tuned out. I wanted it to be interesting. I wanted it to feel like you were at that lunch table going, holy shit, what are they going to do next? Not what are they going to say next, but what are they going to do next? What are they going to cover next? What are they going to talk about next? Not what are they going to say? What obscenity is going to come flying out of someone's mouth? That was not my intention ever. That was not my goal ever. And if it came out that way last night in the first 45 minutes of that show, I apologize. Yeah, I can say that. I can apologize. No, Fat Steven, it wasn't anything you did, brother. You had the best night you've ever had on Tuesdays. You did better than ever, brother. That presentation you had on WandaVision, that was awesome. This is on me. This is not on you. This is not on anybody else but me, because I run this show on Tuesdays. And I think I have done a disservice to people that watch that show, because I've just let it be whatever. And we can do better than that. So this is on me. This is not on you. This is not on anybody else on the panel. This is totally on me. And I think that I can do better as a showrunner than what I did. And that's what I wanted to say about what happened last night. I think I can do better. Project Storytime. As a white male, I take responsibility. I wasn't on the panel, but I know it's my fault. Of course. Oh, shit. It's cool, brother. It's cool. But to get on to what what I wanted to talk about this morning, let me pull this up. I could not believe this shit when I saw this. Christopher Nolan and Steve McQueen among 40 to pen UK government letter. Cinema stands on the edge of an abyss. It's almost like back in March, somebody said all this shit was going to come crashing down. Maybe I did. More than 40 key figures from the film industry have written to UK Chancellor Rishi Sunak calling for more support for UK cinemas, which they say is standing on the edge of an abyss as a result of the pandemic. The industry leaders, including Christopher Nolan, Steve McQueen, Ridley Scott, Jude Law, and Bond producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, are calling for targeted funding support to ensure that future generations can enjoy the magic of a cinema. We recognize the support that government has already been able to provide, the group says, but we fear that this will not be enough, with the challenges being most acute for those larger cinema operations who have not been able to access any tailored funding. These companies represent over 80% of the market in many ways constituting its critical mass and helping to drive the success of associated sectors such as film distribution and production coalesce. Without them, the future of the entire UK film industry would look extremely precarious. The letter continues, we very much hope that government will respond to this call. UK cinema stands on the edge of an abyss. We urgently need targeted funding support to ensure that future generations can enjoy the magic of cinema. Yeah, gesture of sin. Defund the BBC. I'll stand by that till I can't stand. Right there. Defund the BBC. I'll stand by that till I can't. No more bailouts, you assholes. Speaker for the dead. No more bailouts. Please, sir, I'd like a bailout. Yeah, I remember when they said the cinema was dead in the 80s too. This is a tad different though, Derek. Bad Steven, they don't deserve a bailout. No, they don't. No, they don't. Not in any way, shape, or form. And here I thought that the public decided to deem cinematography as non-essential. The same was the UK. The US and Canada have deemed mom and pop shops non-essential. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? Mom and pop, you're not essential. Only big chains. Only big chains. And now, apparently, the bailout money in the UK is going to the mom and pop cinemas and not to the big chains. Yeah. That's exactly, Josh. Holy shit, brother. That is exactly what I thought when I read this. Let them die. James T. Kirk. Let them die. Yes, Hollywood looks down their noses at us. They want to decide who you vote for, what you wear, how much you spend, what you spend on them, what you see, what you can hear, what commercials you get. And they want you to bail them out. They want you to bail them out. They want to call you an ist and an obe and Yahtzees. And they want you to bail them out. They want your tax dollars to bail them out. And yes, Dave Bob F. Hollywood. The UK box office, like much of the global box office, has been decimated by the coup and closures. The local market experienced a 76% drop in receipts to 454 million last year. And most plexes and single cinemas remain shuttered with dozens of tent poles on ice. Hail Latino Slant, Keely Chow, the Mirror Sphere Origins, hail. The UK government has pumped in additional support for cinema, but as the industry figures note, this funding has been targeted at single screen and independent venues. Sounds like the mom and pops are the ones getting the money, not big business. And they want big business. They want big business. Make no mistake, this is not about saving cinema. This is not about future generations enjoying the magic. This is about saving their wallets. This is about saving all the money going into those wallets. This is not about saving cinema. This is about them continuing to eat high off the hog. That's what they want. They want to keep getting fed like they have been getting fed. See some of the comments. This is what really grabbed me. And I bet you there'll be more when I refresh this, because I saved this from last night. British filmmakers owed their wealth and success to Hollywood, except British taxpayers to help North American distributors so they can carry on making their films. You couldn't make this up. I surely hope the movie industry can get the support they need to survive. As of right now, it's not looking good. This person goes on and on about how they watched Tenet at home after viewing it in the theater, and it was not the same experience. Hopefully, selfish and cynical people who hate that an industry needs to make money to continue to exist doesn't ruin it for the rest of us. I'm sorry, but a 40 theater Cineplex, I don't give a shit about a 40 theater Cineplex. Because you can still go see movies at a drive-in. You can still go see movies in a 1 or 2 screen theater. So I don't really give a shit about a 40 screen Cineplex. I used to believe in the magic of cinema and quickly realized it was actors and directors talking out of their asses to try and continue making obscene amounts of cash from the whole HBO versus directors-actors fiasco. They moaned all day about the little people, but once HBO paid them, they all praised HBO for doing the brave thing. I'm done with the theaters. And from a guy that went 5 to 10 times a month with my entire family, it was significant for me. Targeted funding support for ensuring that future generations can enjoy the magic of cinema. Fascinating. I would like to know what the magic of cinema is, because from a sociological perspective, it cannot be the same to people placed in different social positions defined by economic, cultural, symbolic, and social capitals. A generation like that intends to legitimize a particular perception, the one that accepts the magic of cinema as a meaningful description of a social phenomenon. Film directors and producers supposedly understand the market. Therefore, they would recognize that the magic of cinema is experienced like that only by a segment of potential customers. Are they consciously favoring a social position against other ones? I don't think so. They assume their own practice in the capitalist system as the legitimate one. What does that sound like to you, ladies and gentlemen? What does that sound like to you? It sounds like a blue hair to me. But Dave R., instead of asking British taxpayers to pay the entire shut, how about this? The British government will match dollar for dollar or pound for pound all monies raised privately from any source, studios, individual contributions. This way, everyone has skin in the game, not just taxpayers who may not give a damn about seeing films on the big screen. I actually like that idea. Nerd rage. I still think theaters will be back, but they'll be more dependent on big blow 'em up franchise blockbusters than ever. They don't all need to be stupid. Dune looks like a great opportunity for a smart, arty, big blow 'em up franchise blockbuster of a type that is frustratingly rare, but only if AT&T/Warner doesn't sabotage it. If they insist on sending it to HBO Max the same day as theaters, then greenlight Dune 2 right now. First movie is only half the story. Then AT&T will reap rewards later when they have a viable new franchise to make Dune 3, 4, etc., and a bunch of spin-offs from it. Just look at what Disney is doing with Marvel and Star Wars. Series galore, and when the theaters open back up, there will be more movies, maybe based on the most popular elements of the streaming series. The way to save theaters is to loop them into the streaming ecosystem so that companies make money from box office and subscriptions both, and use both to sell merchandise where the real money is. Disney is already going to do this. AT&T and Warner has some big brands to let them follow suit. They do. They absolutely do. Yes, Fat Steven Seagal, entitlement. Someone who drank the Marxist Kool-Aid, Psychodorf 9. I completely and totally agree. Instead of asking the government, oh yeah, we already did that. Studios have a motive to help rescue theaters because if their revenue is streaming only from now on, when you look into the financials, that's a brutal business. People expect Netflix and competitors to provide a constant flow of new exclusive content in exchange for a very low subscription fee and no ads. If subscribers are annoyed by anything, the cancel button is just a click away. Netflix is spending $19 billion in content this year, which I get access to for $9 a month. Even if you assume they can reach hundreds of millions of subscribers worldwide and amortize the heck out of the content, I don't know. 19 billion versus 9 billion is still an amazing gulf to bridge. Yes, it is. Yeah. How about each of those 40 people throwing 1 million lira? Yeah. Now that's putting your money where your mouth is. They won't, though. They don't want to spend any money. They just want to make money. Don't you understand? They just want to make money. See, this is the way a movie works. I'm going to close this. This is what happens when you fund a movie. Let's say you are McQueen, right? And you want this movie, you've got an idea of what you want to do, you've got a script, you've got blah blah blah. You go to the theaters, you go to WB, you go to Disney, you go to Fox, you go wherever. You tell them you want to make this movie. Now, they can fund that movie, or they can turn that movie over to a group of investors. This is the lovely part about this. We all know what happened with Joker. Joker made over $1 billion. You would think WB would be swimming in the money they made from Joker. Well, guess what? They didn't. They didn't make any money because they went through a group of investors to fund said movie. I think Joker cost like $40-50 million to make. I think end goal was 55 million, and then you've got some commercialing to do, you've got advertisements to make, and you throw that money in there. I mean, it was probably like $150 million for that movie. Investors paid for that. Warner Brothers paid for the advertising, and they made their money back on the advertising. They didn't make anything off that movie. I know, right? I know, and we'll cut in here. Cardinal Sin with a $2 super chat. Sko, brother Loki, mods, and the chat. Stone Cold Loki. Thank you so very much, Cardinal Sin. How are you doing this morning, brother? Thank you, and Sko.
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Thank you so much, Cardinal Sin. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla. Thank you. So, you have got a movie Warner Brothers didn't make a damn dime off of, and they made $1 billion. And as everyone knows, that movie cost like $50 million to make. Like I said, maybe 100, maybe 150 with advertising. The news system, though, the press, gave that movie its advertising by saying, don't go see it, by saying, oh, this could be the worst movie ever to go see. Oh my God, the violence is so horrible. They shot a gun like 5 times and one guy got killed. So it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Murray got killed and one of the guys in the subway got killed. It was not the most violent movie ever. It did not have some like white undertones of white privilege or any bullshit like that. It was the biggest bunch of horse shit any of us had ever heard. But it sold that damn movie. And the movie made a ton of cash that Warner Brothers did not see. They made nothing off of that movie because that movie was paid for by investors that all had to be paid back percentages for what that movie made, which left Warner Brothers with crumbs. Now imagine getting funding like that and it going to a streaming service. Do you think that they could have made their money off of Joker the way they did if it went to a streaming service? I don't have to wait for your answer. I can tell you right now. The answer is no. If you disagree with me, though, throw it out in chat. If you think Joker could have made a streaming service $1 billion on its own, throw that out in chat. I'll wait. Mark Dampingly Tired. Good morning, brother. Entertainers, be it actors or sports, are some of the most overpaid people on the planet. What do they really contribute? Entertainers, 2 hours of entertainment. Bunch of prima donnas. Agreed. Cardinal Sin. Hell no. No, it couldn't. Oh, hell no. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Pod Racing Palpatine. Do you know why it couldn't have made that money? Do you know why it couldn't have made that money? Because people don't join a streaming service 8 or 10 times. They don't go and join a streaming service 8 or 10 times. Do you know what that means? That means movies like that are not going to be made. Movies like that are not going to be made. Psychodorf 9 with a $2 super chat. WB missing the boat had to wrinkle. Yeah, oh yeah, it did. That's why they immediately wanted a second movie. Psychodorf 9. That is why they immediately wanted a second movie. And thank you so much for that $2 super chat. Skull!
Spartans! What is your profession?
Thank you so much, Psychodorf 9. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. But no, a movie like The Joker will not make you $1 billion on a streaming service. It'll be watched. It'll be overlooked. It'll be buried. It'll be changed. It'll be warped. Why did people have so much of a problem when Disney started wrecking with the movies on Disney Plus? Why did people have such a problem? Imagine if they were doing that before the movie ever got to the stream service. Oh, look at that. We don't like that. That could get us in trouble. Let's change it. Let's cut it. Let's do this. Let's do that. Before it ever made it to the streaming service. Imagine that. Imagine the company putting it out, changing it. And Dave Bob, imagine if they make a good movie, then maybe they wouldn't be in the shape they're in. The virus may have played a part, but people were getting tired of their crap even before that. That's true. That's true. That's why people supported movies like The Joker so very much. They supported it. They put all their weight behind it because they wanted to see more movies like that. They're tired of the PC bullshit and the crap Disney's throwing out. Joker got where it got because of word of mouth. You can watch at least 10 movies on a 10-day free trial. No way they can pull it off with just one. No. And hello, Jedi Bill 797. Good morning. How are you doing, brother? They can't pull it off with just one movie. It's impossible. Gaming is Hollywood's biggest competitor, and rightfully so. Yes, Chris Persia. Why? Because of games like Mass Effect, games like the last Castlevania series, huge games. Cyberpunk was a giant stumble, but I want to tell you something. The story for that game was there. The story for that game is there. Just the game didn't live up to what it was supposed to be. Cardinal Sin, Loki, they ought to create a Touchstone Plus where they can stream their R-rated movies so they can continue Fox movie franchises like Aliens. I completely agree. And they're going to. They're going to have a Fox-style streaming service directly connected to Disney. That way you can watch all your biggest R-rated movies, and it's right there on your streaming service. Disney Plus was just the beginning for Disney. Disney Plus was just the start. Vigilante Williamson, Hollywood's biggest competitor is themselves. They'd be fine if they stopped shooting themselves in the foot. That's their biggest enemy. I completely agree with that. Vigilante Williamson. The biggest enemy is themselves. Yeah, Derek McManus. Dude, so do I. Casino Royale, especially. I saw Independence Day with my dad in the theater on Independence Day. But Casino Royale, yeah, he wasn't going to go see that. He was pissed that they were going backwards. And then I went and saw it, and I was like, holy shit, you got to see this movie. The beginning alone with the cards is worth it. The beginning alone with the card scenes where he's fighting and they're like throwing in. Dude, that was freaking awesome. I love that. And then they ruined it. They went on to ruin it with Quantum of Solace. And I thought Skyfall was amazing. But those were the only two movies that I thought were amazing that he did was Casino Royale and Skyfall. Ah, what a waste, because that could have been so badass. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite YouTuber on the Citadel. Thank you. Thank you, Project Storytime. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite YouTuber on the Citadel. Oh, shit. Yeah, Jesserson, I've logged over 300 hours in Cyberpunk. I don't do that with crap storytelling. No, you don't. No, you don't. Sometimes you can do that with no storytelling, where you're kind of making your own story, but not with shitty story. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely, positively true. Maybe if there was some real competition among the film companies, how many are there in reality? They'd have to produce stuff that was actually popular. It's not just about popular, though. There are movies out there that I would not say are that popular, but they're cinematic gold. It's like without these movies, without these blockbusters, you'd never get this. They never take a chance on this. And I think that's the worst thing that could happen to cinema. I do. Is without the occasional giant blockbuster, you don't get the golden fucking movies that we've got. So I don't think we'd have it. And to lose that is something I'm worried about. That is something I don't want to see happen. I don't want to see those mom and pop cinemas close. Not the mom and pop ones. I could give a shit less about Cinemark and Regal and all of them. I could give a shit less about them. It's the small ones. It's the little ones. It's the ones fighting to stay alive. Do you know why? Because those are the ones that care the most. They're the ones who are making the popcorn constantly. Throwing out the old, not just letting it sit there all day. And June Wong with a $2 super chat, a drink because we all need one XP. Thank you so very much, June. And Skull. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla, and Captain Spire actually started to like the Alamo. Dude, I love the Alamo. As I finally figured out I could watch those old movies I missed in the theaters. Yes, you could go in and watch Alien. You could go in and watch The Princess Bride. You could go in and watch all these wonderful movies that you hadn't seen that you could have missed in theaters. Dude, when I got to see The Princess Bride in theaters, I was like, holy crap. I didn't get to see that the first time. I was just a little kid. I had no idea what The Princess Bride was back then. And then I saw it. I was at one of the people that my dad worked with. They were hanging out. My parents were hanging out with him and his wife one night. And I got to watch that movie. And I was like, holy crap. And he actually dubbed that movie for me and sent it home with me because I liked it so much. He actually copied it right then and there, VCR to VCR, and sent it home with me because you could do stuff like that back then. But all those movies you missed, you're just not going to get that anymore. It's not going to happen. Those days are gone, or they will be soon enough, because they've killed the movie industry. And Hollywood has itself to blame. This isn't our fault. It's not our fault. We didn't do it. As much as I'd like to say we did, because of the way they've treated us, how they pointed their finger at us, how they blamed us for their mistakes. And now we know. Derek McManus, popcorn. I was passing my local multiplex, and they were getting huge bags of popcorn delivered from the back of a van. It probably came down from the river. Derek. Cardinal Sim, what's a VCR? We're showing our age, Loki. Yeah. What's a VCR? Dubbing tapes. Yeah, I remember dubbing tapes back in the day. And yeah, The Princess Bride was all word of mouth back then. I don't even remember when it came out. No, nobody did. It just came out and was like, boom, The Princess Bride. Nobody saw it coming. Love The Princess Bride. I get so much shit for loving that movie. Why? Why do you get shit for it? Love what you love, Haster. Love what you love. Care about what you care about. And they can go, who cares? Who cares? If you love a movie, love it and be proud to love it. They killed the movie industry the same way Discovery Incorporated killed the Hub on October 13th, 2014. Yeah, we're a bunch of Iston Obes. Cardinal Sin. These movies aren't made for us. We're supposed to stay home. Well, shit, man. They want to lose my business. That's fine, especially now. If we get decent internet, I'm nuking 56 weeks of flight time, restarting Elite on PC, perhaps hitting you up for a game stream. Hell, dude, I'll be there, brother. I will be there. BR helmet, HOTAS and all. I will be there. And thank you so very much, Psychodorf9, for the $5 super chat, brother. Skull!
Long live the fighters!
You guys keep the home fires burning bright in Valhalla. Thank you. Speaker for the dead, and Hollywood hasn't learned a damn thing either, so why should they survive? Stand back and watch it burn. That's what we've been saying for months. watch them take themselves out in a bonfire of epic proportions. And clobbering times. Hello, brother. I actually saw The Princess Bride at the theater when it first came out. Great film. Absolutely wonderful film. You're so lucky you got to see that in theaters the first time around. I watched it a year ago, maybe a year ago now. Maybe a year ago. I don't remember. It might have been less than that. Might have been more. Who knows? But yeah. Absolutely love The Princess Bride. Here's a concept: saving actual theaters. Replay old movies. It worked last year when theaters reopened. Nothing like seeing a movie you didn't get to see on the big screen. That's true. That is true. Just recently saw Alien in theaters. Just recently. Alien, of all things. Had the theater completely to myself. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? The re-release of Star Wars on Wonders and Around in 1977. So when I got to see Star Wars on the big screen for the first time, it was magic. Let's see. They came out with the THX releases in theaters. Then they came out with the special editions. So I got to see them then. Yeah, I got to see them then. I do not remember seeing Jedi. I remember the Ewoks, and I remember jumping up and down on my seat when the Ewoks attacked. That's all I remember. I don't remember like seeing the whole movie. I just remember flipping out when the Ewoks came out and we're like, whoop, 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 whoop. I remember that. And I remember jumping up and down on my seat, getting excited. That's it. Oh, shit. Chris Persia. Hollywood doesn't care about the theaters, especially ones re-showing old movies where the proceeds stay with them. That's right. Because that is, again, how movie theaters work. Movie theater may rent a movie. They may say, you know what, guys, we're gonna show Alien on the big screen. So they get permission to show that movie and they pay a fee. So everything they make off of each showing, that's like almost all to them, because the fee for watching that one movie, that old movie, isn't going to be that big. It's never going to be that big. I remember seeing Jedi. My parents dropped me and my sister off at the cinema. Excuse me. Holy shit, I've got horrible indigestion this morning. I am sorry. Off the cinema in Portrush. It's amazing, brother. Absolutely amazing. I went and saw Phantom Menace in 3D. No shit. They were supposed to release all 6 in sequence, but they never did. No, they didn't. I don't even know if you can do that. I don't even know if they have any place that like shows all 6 like that. I would love that. I would absolutely. Yeah, hashtag burp Loki. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's just in the correct order. What is correct order, though? Someone asked me that if I'm going to watch a Star Wars movie, what order do I watch them in? What order do you guys watch them in? What is your correct order? Good morning, Rambling Canuck. Good morning, brother. I'm proud to own the 5.1 despecialized versions in 1080p. So am I, brother. I've got the originals on DVD. I don't have them in 1080p, but I've got the 5.1 surround sound DVDs. Those sets are extremely hard to come by. Psychodorb 9 knows how I watch them. Originals first. That's right. When I watch the Star Wars movies, I watch the originals first, and then I watch the prequels after. So I watch 4, 5, and 6, and then 1, 2, and 3. That's how I watch them. Chris Persia, 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, and 3. Project Storytime, 4, 5, and 6, and then there were others. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. Prequels. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Jester of Sin. That's how I watch them too. That is how I watch them too. Cardinal Sin, Loki. Isn't it wonderful? Harmies are actually making them in 4K now. Really? That's amazing. I love my DVD versions. Because those are hard as hell to get. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. There is no more Star Wars. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 3. Some people watch them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that's fine. That's fine if that's the way you want to watch them. That's absolutely positively fine. I have nothing wrong with that. But for me, if I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch Star Wars, it's going to be 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, and 3. And those are the only ones I watch. I watch Rogue One. I'll throw Rogue One in there at the end. That's fine. Yeah, Rogue One. Someone else just put that. Mark Danvley tired Rogue One. Yeah, I'll watch I am the Force, and the Force is with me. I am the Force, and the Force is with me. I am the Force, and the Force is with me. Yes. I'm one with the Force. One with the Force. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. THX versions came out. Prequels weren't out yet. So 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, and 3. Yes. Personally, like the viewing order that excludes the Phantom Menace in lieu of Rogue One. But Empire has no weight if you watch 1, 2, 3 first. I'm your father. Spoilers don't mean no. Rogue One. I'm glad a lot of people, you know what? I liked Rogue One, and it was before The Last Jedi. It's like that some of that shit just wasn't there yet. I think it sucks they got rid of Kyle Katarn. Kyle Katarn should have been in that. They basically took the people from the Dark Forces games and put them into that movie, and they just left out Kyle Katarn. So, yes, best actor in all of Disney Star Wars. I agree. Donnie Yen, hell yeah. I absolutely loved him in that. I was like, he's force sensitive. He's a force sensitive force monk that did not get training. That was never elevated to the training. He would have been a badass Jedi, dude. He would have been a badass Jedi. I absolutely loved him in that movie. Yeah, no Kyle Katarn, no money. No Kyle Katarn, no money. What do you guys think? Do you think that the theater industry is dead? We can sit here and we can talk about this all day long, but do you guys think that the theater industry is dead? And 24/7 Fusion Media, my friend, 24. Loki, the Blu-ray and regular DVDs of Star Wars has same resolution. Disney tricked us in thinking Blu-ray was better quality. 4K Star Wars is only on Disney Plus. I don't care about 4K, brother. I just want to see the original unedited Star Wars films. And the only way you can do that is with the special edition DVDs that came with the THX enhanced original movies. You get Han shot first. You get everything that was in the original movies with a THX enhanced viewing experience. I have those DVDs. So I like those DVDs. Clobbering times 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Rogue One done as far as Star Wars movies go. Local theaters are open. YTL. Local theaters are open. I like the mom and pops. I hope they survive. As far as bailouts go, Hollywood, fuck off. F off. I'm done. I'm done with this Hollywood bullshit. You guys have more money than anybody. Don't give me that horse crap. Theaters in the old model are dead. They're gone. They have to adapt. I loved Rogue One. I'm glad to see so many showing it love. I thought I was the only one for a long time. No, brother, I love Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was great. I could care less about Jan Urso. I really didn't care about her. It was everybody else that made that movie good. I even think Krennic did a better job. I liked Krennic and Tarkin. I was so like, man, why are you guys giving the Tarkin guy so much hate? Okay, the deep fake. There's going to be issues with the deep fake, but the guy who did Tarkin did a great job of doing Tarkin. It wasn't just some guy standing there filling in who was nothing like him. They did an excellent job of trying to make Tarkin. Yub nub, brother. Yub nub. I loved Krennic. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yes, I loved Krennic. Hell yes, I love crooning. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning. Thank you so much for keeping the fires of Valhalla burning bright. Do not miss the Valkyries coming up in a little over an hour. I will be over there talking to Expanse. Everyone take care. Have a good one. And we will see you all tomorrow on Mornings of Mischief. Take care, everybody. Do you really think I would miss you, Lady Mist, our guardian of the void? Do you think that I would miss your super chat? Hell no. Skull! so very much, Lady Mist, our guardian of the void. Y'all take care and have a great one, and I'll see you next time.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.